Very good Monday morning to everyone out there across the Wobbles community and beyond. Landon back with you to kick off the new work week, bringing you your latest weather and eye forecast courtesy of On Target. Whole lot of nothing going on across the U.S. mainland early this morning. It is worth noting we have not just one tropical storm, we also have a hurricane situated well off of the East Coast. You can see the tracks that are laid out there, peeling off of the center of each tropical cyclone. We're going to be keeping eyes on that. You can see some of the cloud deck stretching over up through southern Georgia, up into the Carolinas and Virginia. We'll be keeping eyes on that to see if we can get a little bit more cloud cover here as we work into our Tuesday. But folks, outside of that, really not a lot going on in the weather front. All right, getting a look here at the current conditions across the region. It is comfortable to kick off this Monday morning. We have got readings in both the temperatures and dew points right around the mid and upper 50s. We'll be taking highs all the way up to the upper 80s as we work into this afternoon. There's a silver lining to take away. Humidity should remain at bay, but folks, it is going to be hot out there with the sunshine dominating for the most part. Getting a look across the region, Sexton Big Better Sky Cam showing nothing but the stars out there. Crystal clear skies, not a single cloud in sight out there early this morning. We do have a little bit of cloud cover there on the east side, looking where the pinwheeling clouds off of that tropical cyclone are wheeling in. Way far-fetched off on the horizon there from the D93 sky cam overlooking the water tower there along with Hospital Hill. Let's jump over here and let's take a look. We just talked about those current conditions, but we're going to jump over here and we're going to look at the big picture and what is likely to be unfolding here as we progress in work throughout this week, all right? So jumping over here and taking a look, we got the two tropical systems that's set up right off of the East Coast. You can see those are going to pinwheel a little bit to the north and west. Then they're going to start to pivot out and back off to the north and east away from the U.S. mainland. Whenever this takes shape, we will note a few bit of clouds. It's going to develop. We'll have a developing cumulus field as we work into this afternoon. We work into Tuesday and Wednesday. We get a little bit more cloud cover in here, as you can see. With that being said, folks, we are keeping the rain chances at next to nothing. We'll have some passing cloud cover here and there along with those tropical systems off of the East Coast, but no meaningful precipitation or, honestly, any precipitation at all looks to be in the forecast, all right? We can jump over here and we can get a gauge of our temperature behavior and how our temperature profiles are going to behave. We're working into this afternoon. It's showing right around the 84 to 85 degree mark. I think we could very well get a few degrees warmer despite northwest or northeasterly winds around the 5 to 15 mile mark at times. Here we are working into our Tuesday. It's the same song and dance, folks. We're going to be right around the low and mid 80s for highs. We work into our Wednesday. It is nearly an identical forecast, all right? Progressing throughout the remainder of this week, it's going to be much of the same. We will catch a northerly wind component that's going to hang around. It's going to be keeping dew points right around the mid and upper 50s for the most part. We might touch up into the lower 60s at times, but it should be rather comfortable in the great outdoors. But on the temperature front, folks, although we are in the full fall season, it's going to take a little bit of time before we get some cooler temperatures in here. This is the next 14-day temperature outlook, and it looks like we got roughly a 60 to 70% probability of temperatures remaining above average for this time of year, unfortunately, all right? We can jump back over here and we can take a look about closer to home about what we're watching, and we have got absolutely zero rainfall forecast over the course of the next 7 days. Now, with the 2 to 4 plus inches of rainfall we received last week, that did put somewhat of a dent into our drought conditions, but it's simply not enough for some of the severe drought conditions we were suffering before the rain moved through. Looks like this week's pattern is only going to worsen on that front as we continue to truck right along. Tropical systems we were talking about, Hurricane Humberto is going to peel off out to the east. Currently a major hurricane. It will be lessening and weakening in intensity as we progress towards the midweek time frame. And then we've got Tropical Storm Imelda, which was originally forecast to ride right along the East Coast, bringing impacts across the Carolinas. You all have heard me belt this out here over the last week or so, especially through all of our morning videos last week. Tropical systems do what they want. It's very difficult to forecast. That's why we didn't put out any alerts or anything of that nature, because as we can see, models have trended well off of the East Coast. For all of you with fall break plans next week, doesn't look like too much is going to be going on. But again, we're in the tropics. They have a mind of their own. We will be keeping close eyes on that and bringing you any updates as necessary. Severe clear on the 6-day weather forecast front. Not just severe clear, we got rain clear as well. Loads of sunshine to take in, mid and upper 80s both today on into our Tuesday. Low to mid 80s Wednesday throughout the remainder of the week, with a mix of partly and mostly sunny skies each and every day. Friends, is going to wrap up your Monday morning weather or not forecast, brought to you by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other.